Well, I guess now's the time as good as ever. Collin, hello. Can you hear me, sir? Is your computer
I can hear
is your
you.
computer eating itself still or no?
Uh, it's slowed down
Considerably.
considerably slower. It may kick up again at some point. We'll have to find out.
Great, fantastic.
If you guys hear an annoying like "brrrr" sound in the background, just know that that is my 4-year-old bottom shelf laptop from Best Buy, continuing down the path of self-destructing.
Bottom shelf, only the best for Collin.
So
5-speed
I think
swap your computer. Yeah, dude, you got a bunk auto tragic going on.
I think this was the second cheapest laptop that Best Buy sold in
Well, like the
2016.
one that wasn't a Chromebook, like the one above that.
It, maybe like the one above it was under $300 for sure.
If, well, this is the type of quality that we get around here. So, Collin, how have you
Hey,
been, bud?
start watching more of our videos so that I can afford a new laptop.
I
How
know.
about that? How about
Yeah.
that? You want better quality? Give us money
If
to
you
make
guys,
better
if you
quality.
guys, what do they say? Slap like now, an epic subscribe button, slam. I don't know. I don't know what they say. What do the kids say anymore? The YouTube
Brutally
meta.
massacre that like button.
Genocide the subscribe button, boys. Fucking.
Oh man, we're off to a good start.
Oh god, right? Good thing we ran music for the first few minutes so that like we didn't. I think if you say bad shit within the first like 5 minutes, they get extra mad. So we're probably still fucked. Nope, yeah, it just the timer just ticked past 5. We're absolutely fucked.
All
How
right.
you doing, Collin?
Welcome everybody to Fresh Oil Podcast, another podcast where two white guys get stoned and say things that we'll regret in the future.
Will we regret it? Probably, yeah. Yeah.
When they come for our careers, we
When they
might.
cancel us?
Yeah.
See, I don't know, cause like I am half Jewish, so I do got that. Like I can at least pretend a little bit. I might last a few more weeks than you. That
I
was that
just
was
said
really about
brutally
it.
massacre. I didn't say anything about a genocide. Anyway,
Well,
welcome
I'm
to
just
Fresh
saying.
Oil Podcast, the
Num
premier automotive podcast.
we're the number one automotive podcast with us too as the guests as the hosts, and we're professional. Number
Are we
one.
not all just guests on this space of the internet?
We're all just guests in this crazy thing we call life. Isn't that true? Welcome everyone to the philosophy cast. I'm your guru, Jake.
And I'm
Joined
your guru, Collin.
joined with the great guru Collin. And we're here to enjoy the grooviness that is cars because if 2020's got you down, just remember all we care about is cars and money. What was the quote? If you ain't talking about...
If you ain't talking about cars or money, then I don't want to hear it.
That's it. Exactly, boys. So, speaking about cars, let's hear some updates, bro. I heard a little birdie who should send me the like an Instagram link or something on Discord so I can get it on the screen. That you actually got your car to an event, like a real event, real seat time, actually touched tarmac. Can you confirm
Yes.
or deny this?
In an unbelievable turn of events, my car was ready to go drifting on the weekend that there was a drift event. And I drove down to park and drifted we'll say, with minimal issues. I was able to drive the whole day without having to stop for an extensive period of time to fix my car. So I'm going to say that is a success. I got some dope ass pictures. Shout out to Pabst Photography for that one that's on the screen right now, and that one as well.
Oh, I'm gonna play the video. Oh God, it is loud.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have like a GoPro or anything, so none of my best footing was filmed. So obviously it didn't happen. But really, like, I was running pretty close tandems with dudes in like IS 300s and shit. So what I really want to say
I gotta lower
is
that.
anybody out there that wants to hate on single cams or wants to say single cams are slow, or maybe has a single cam powered car and they want to swap it because they think they need more horsepower. Yo, stop being a bitch and fucking drive it harder.
Stop being a bitch right as the video spins out.
Yeah, dude, it's spinning out from how much power it has.
No, I totally get that though, because I think a lot of people go so hard with like, oh, I need all these mods to start drifting or to start tracking my car or whatever. It's like, fucking take your stock car and just go have fun.
Well, I mean, that's kind of that does apply because almost every car does make more horsepower than a single cam KA, but that also doesn't really apply because I spend all my time working on my car and none of my time driving.
But like
this is my first trip at the end of the year.
Like, obviously the single cam KA is not, factory stock, whatever, but like, they're relatively cheap. It's a relatively reliable swap, and you could throw another one in if something happened that was catastrophic pretty easily. So like, overall, you have enough power and enough reliability that you can just go hard all day.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I have a coolant leak somewhere, and I couldn't find it. I have an idea of where I think it is. But literally, that was like the only thing. I would run for like an hour and then come in and add some coolant and then go back out for another hour. It was fucking dope.
I don't know how you didn't rear end that guy there. That was some good, quick response to the brakes. Here was, I guess you can explain. Well, it'll get up to your screen. Explain any damage that you may have occurred.
Yeah, so on my second lap of the day, I backed it into the plastic barriers that they have on the side of the track at Park. They did kind of a lot of damage, more than I was expecting. They're both in pretty easy spots to get at, so they shouldn't be too hard to push out. Yeah.
Do you think they caused the final picture worth of damage?
No, I think the final picture worth of damage was caused by me being a big doofus. So, if you want to zoom in on that, it's easier to see.
Yeah, let me see if I can get
what happened.
We'll get some CSI zoom and enhance in on here.
My if you have an S12 or a Z31 that is very low, you know this, that you gain tons and tons of negative camber in the rear. And the easiest way to combat that is you slot the mount for the trailing arm and push it down. So
does that weaken it?
If you do just a slot, it's fine, but me being possibly a hack mechanic, slotted them all the way, and then like kind of welded some washers on, but I just like tacked them on.
Oh no.
And so the washers broke on one side, but the bracket didn't fully explode, and then on that side the bracket fully exploded. So I'm just gonna make a new bracket for both sides that has the hole drilled lower in it.
Yeah, just make it perfect.
Yeah, possibly even lower than those ones, because I still have like -4 in the rear, and I'd really like to get down to maybe -2 or -1. Wrong
direction, buddy. What are you talking about? We're looking for, negative, 15, 17, something like that.
I do shout out the Stance boys, but I liked how the car was driving with more grip versus how it's driven before, and having that full contact patch makes you use your whole tire, and it.
Well, I mean, isn't the original like drift stance is like zero camber in the rear and like a bunch in the front?
Well, I mean, it depends on a lot of things. On like how much angle you have will kind of depend. Like you can run a lot of camber in the front if you like your setup that way. In the rear,
Well, what
like
Nimbus said.
if you have like a if you have like an 8.6, then obviously it'll be zero camber because it's a standard axle. But on like FD cars and stuff that are S13s that are IRS, you'll see they actually run like 1 degree of positive camber.
Yeah.
So that when it squats, it's at 0.
Nimbus said need +2 for squat, and yeah, it's probably around there, 1 or 2 degrees, I would imagine. But like when you just have a 130 horsepower KA on a good day.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about squat, and honestly, like having a little bit of negative camber, it looks cool. Like most autocross cars run like -2 camber, so it's like.
But you're also looking at from what I know with like the pro cars and stuff, they have so much power that like they kind of need to.
They got like
grip
700 horsepower, and they're probably running even softer springs than I'm running.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't a fucking pump car. This is a car to go to park with and drive all day,
I'll take the camber with my CA20E. A CA? I don't actually know if I should be disgusted.
Nimbus, I know I've hit you up on Instagram about this a little bit. Dude, get a KA, bro. Like, for sure. For sure. Like, I had a KA is so much more powerful than my turbo CA. I can't even imagine how hard your life must be with the
CA20E.
Just like stack up 200 bones, find a single jingle on Craigslist or on Marketplace, spend a month swapping it, and just go fucking
find a
jam
street
on
corner.
that shit, dog.
Find a street corner, pretty yourself up. You'll have the money in no time. Maybe a few weeks, but like you'll get it.
Like anybody out there who has an S12 that still has a single cam CA, go buy a single cam KA and watch your life improve.
Well, that is Collin's life lesson. I'll start a OnlyFans. Yeah, that's a way. Happy with the KA swap. Yeah. No, Collin, you are stoked with that KA swap. I'm glad it's been a positive success. And you fucking slammed the thing and it didn't explode. So like, I guess it's reliable.
Yeah, bro. Like I honestly was driving it. I was driving it pretty fucking hard. I was kicking the shit out of the clutch. And it was good.
Nimbus is lazy. He wants a part list.
DM me on Instagram, dude, and deadass, I will send you the parts list of what you need. It's not much.
If this gorilla could figure it out, I think you could figure it out.
Yeah, so that's the KA hour. Jake, I heard you've been in the garage. I've seen you've been in the garage. I see you've been grinding.
I've been doing little shit.
You've been getting those menial little things done that it takes to get done.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I don't know how to. Oh fuck! I don't know how to get to my Instagram on here.
Just go in the search bar on the Instagram page and search it.
I'm not logged in. There we go. I didn't need to be logged in. Oh, I do have to be logged in? Ooh, come on. I don't want to be logged in.
Do you need me to send you the link to your own Insta?
Yeah, send me a link to... I can't... It won't let me open it, though.
Oh, are you a private account?
I don't think I am. Why would I be? Maybe I am.
This dude's private.
I'm private, bitches.
This dude's private.
Fucking, you can't get at this. You can't get at this. Look it. You can't get at that. You guys jelly. You guys so jelly. You can't get at that. Oh my fucking lord. I'm just gonna like, here, I know
Here,
what I'll
I
do.
said I'd send you the link to your own Instagram account on Discord.
Nah, here's an easier way. I'm literally gonna just send the images to Discord, and then I'm gonna open them, and it will open them in the guy. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, so I've been working on the Jetta. So a lot of this stuff didn't really have like shit I could like take pictures of because it was like, whatever. And so like I got the brakes fully, the rear drums are fully finished now. Handbrake works. That's all great. And so because I didn't really want to do wiring, and I started practicing making some new brake line, but it fucking sucks penis. Anyone who's done brake line will tell you it sucks penis. And
I know I've done it.
yeah, so I started like a few practice ones. I did like 3 or 4. They all fucking sucked. So I was like, fuck this. Stopped doing that. So I decided I'm gonna pull the carpet. I'm gonna finally do it. And I'm really glad I pulled the carpet because all the old sound deadening underneath, you're forgetting this thing is an 84 Jetta GL. It is like a luxurious
Luxury.
the L. The L is supposed to be luxury.
Damn.
And
the G is for grand, probably. It's
Yeah.
grand luxury.
yeah, like GTI is Grand Touring injected, and GLI is Grand Luxury injected. It's how they differentiate it, even though it's not really luxurious in whatever. It doesn't matter. That's just what the name is. But yeah, so I pulled the carpet, and I'm really fucking glad I pulled the carpet because even just like not like doing the best job cleaning, like fucking boom, baby. Fucking boom, look how clean those got.
Yeah, man. And have you taken them to the Bissell yet?
No, they haven't been bisseled yet. The power washer died halfway through. Like, there's still, like, dirt water stuck in the fucking thing. Like, yeah, it did so good. Like, look at how it did all around, like, where the center console was.
Dude, I was gonna say the center console looks fucking phenomenal.
Like, it looked fucking grody before. And I don't even know what all of this stain shit was. Like, there are no cup holders, so, like, it probably wasn't drinks. Was it?
No, that's probably what it is, dude. It's probably a combination of drinks that spilled because there was no cup holders.
Yeah, it could be that.
And things leaking in from bad seals.
Yeah, that's true. It could just be general gunk. Like, I don't think it was cigarettes or whatever, because the car doesn't smell like cigarettes at all. So, but it fucking, like, you can even see, like, how dark, like, up here was, and, like, how cleaned out that all got. Came out sweet. So this is just the front half carpets. I still gotta pull the rears. I'm gonna pull all the old sound deadening out. I have Dynamat in my Amazon shopping list. I'm gonna order some, like, the next time I buy stuff on Amazon. I'm sure, like, it actually might not be Dynamat. It might be a different brand. I forget. But I'm sure, like,
the same type of shit.
Yeah.
You roll it out, you stick it on.
I'm sure, like, one package of new stuff will be as good, if not better, than all of the old sound deadening anyway, which is, like, waterlogged, gross garbage. The one thing...
And you'll be saving weight.
I should be saving weight, and it should be a little bit, it should be a little bit, quieter, I think. I think it'll work better. Like, the new sound deadening stuff is so fucking good.
Yeah.
So... Human dust, Nimbus said, is what it all was. Yeah, probably just general, like, rolled up boogers and sneezes and prehistoric corona, stuff like that. I probably should have worn a mask cleaning this fucking thing out, to be completely honest with you. But it needed to be done, and the rears will get done too. And fuck, the water coming off of it's going to be super brown and gross, but... Fucking this thing is gonna be sick. Like, I needed a visual, like, clearly obvious like this is going in the correct direction. Look at the car. And I think having this cleaned up and in the interior looking nice and being done is just gonna push me so much more to get all the other little dumb shit finished. Like, I have to finish like a few things, like wiring in the light switch, like the old plug. I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna actually have to check all the wires. Like the old plug like burned out or something. Like some of the leads burned out. I have all the stuff to replace it with. I just need to do it. And then the brake lines, and those are like the two big things that are keeping it from being like ready to go on a road. Use a Bissell on it from Big Cheese. Yeah, I have a friend who has a Bissell, and I actually am planning on bringing my seats, both front seats, the rear seats, and both carpets. And we're just gonna Bissell everything and just get it as clean as it's gonna be. It doesn't need to be perfect, but if it's like original 1984, 212,000 mile interior, and it looks like clean and relatively nice, like that's still gonna look awesome, I think. So I'm stoked. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. Fucking
hell yeah, bro. That's what I like to hear, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, learning the brakes, that was quite an experience.
Yeah, dude, and the good news is you'll never have to do those drum brakes again. They'll be good for another 200,000 miles probably.
Yeah. Yeah, those brakes are pretty much like until that car is like a pile of rust. Those brakes will probably just be sitting in the pile of rust when all is said and done.
Like, I've heard a story, and I can't confirm it, but I kind of believe it, about a guy with a Honda CRX, and he...
Legends say...
What?
Is this a legendary story?
Yeah, well, it's about the wear of drum brakes, and so this dude had a CRX, and he had got it with like a lot of miles, and he'd been driving it for a while. He's getting up close to 300,000 miles on it or something, and he's going to do the brakes. And so he gets, front pads, and he's like, I'm sure it's going to need shoes. Like, this car's got 300,000 miles on it. And so he does the front pads, and he goes and he takes off the rear drums, and he gets the shoes off and is like holding them, comparing them to the new shoes, as you do before you replace them. And dude, not even a 30-second of difference in the material thickness.
Were they just not, like, working? Or just they weren't
wearing? No, you could tell they were worn. They just, don't fucking...
They were magical.
They don't wear down. And so dude put the new ones on and then put the old ones in the box and returned them to the store and got his money back.
I would have left the old ones on.
I mean, dude... I guess, but...
I would have just seen how long it could go. Personally, I'd be interested in just how long it would go. Yeah, I think if you guys haven't done drum brakes before, like, do it to learn, but then you're never going to want to do it again.
Bro, yeah, I hope to die before I ever have to do drum brakes again.
Like, I learned so much just by failing and fucking up and figuring out what tools to buy. Like, I bought, like, the Harbor Freight, like, drum brake tool kit. And there's, like, 3 tools in it or whatever. And literally only one of them is useful. And then I had to buy a different tool, like, to pull the spring, because I'm just a weak pussy. So I needed a special tool to help me get the leverage I needed. But, like, it sucked. It probably took me 6 hours to do one brake and then, like, 45 minutes to do the other. Like, once I figured it out, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Got it. So I put the brakes together, and then I got, like, the e-brake all set up. But one of them just, like, wasn't tightening no matter what I did. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? I pulled that brake apart, and, like, the cable had just completely come off, like, the adjuster, which is what I thought. So it's like, all right, cool. Fix that, put it back together. So I have working drum brakes. I guess they work if the handbrake functions because it moves the leading shoe.
Yeah.
Like so it's moving properly. Once I get the line in, obviously I'm gonna test it for sure. But
yeah,
I never want to do drum brakes again. It still sucks.
Nope.
Taylor Hall asked if I had any other projects or were planning on getting any. Right now, my limit is one. Like, it just is. I just don't have the room to really put another vehicle, and I definitely don't have, like, the time or money to devote to it. So it really wouldn't be worth it. After the Jetta, like, maybe I drive the thing and I fucking fall in love with it and never want to get rid of it. I don't really know, but I don't think I'm going to keep it forever or even long. So when I get rid of it, I don't know. I might go with like a cabriolet or something, just like make an ignorant like convertible, or I could, go ham and actually build like the Volkswagen Rabbit pickup that I've always wanted to build. So who knows? I'm focusing on finishing one project though. We're gonna finish one project.
That's the smart way to do it.
I bought a $15 original car cigarette lighter for the fucking thing because I just don't want that hole to not have the correct thing. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And like the shitty Chinese one you can get at AutoZone is like $8. So really, like, it's $7 more. Like, really, how am I breaking the bank for that? No. So, if that's like autisming out on it, like, sure. The VW trucks are sick there.
I actually recently took on another project, but I'm trying to. Well, I'm not talking too much about it.
That's the secret project.
Still, like, some shit that's up in the air a little bit.
That's the secret one.
Yeah.
And your dad's probably going to do the whole thing anyway.
Probably.
All right. Well, that was some fun project update stuff. I'm a little upset I don't have cooler pictures like you. I have pictures of grody carpet becoming less grody.
Dude, honestly, that first picture from my Instagram post, I think, is like my peak in life. I don't know if I'll ever
these are
look
the
that
seats.
cool again.
What with the one with you hanging out the window?
Yeah, throwing up the peace sign, like.
Let me open that one up.
Pretty
again.
fucking.
Yeah,
pretty JDM. Bro.
It's pretty fucking sick. Seeing this Sasquatch motherfucker drifting a single cam S12. Fucking look at that beautiful shot. Oof. Oh baby, you did it, kid.
Pabst Drift Photography, you are my hero for that.
So I guess that's Project Car update. We can move on to some stories if you're ready, or do you have more shit, less shit?
Nah, dude, that's my updates. I think
we're
story time.
Like for all that is bad in the world, we got some W's here, and
we got
I think
some racing back.
I think we got some racing back. I couldn't really find a good article because like once something happens, like it's so hard to fucking find the old articles if you're just a lazy piece of shit. So I just grabbed this. But F1's back. I know the previous race was quite an exciting one.
I watched it. You want to talk about it for a minute?
You wanna go for it? I can pull up some article or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, we can just kind of bullshit about what happened, dude. Like, I was pretty stoked. So, like,
Can we just say we're gonna spoil? Do you want to just say that? We'll just warn people.
Yeah, there are Formula One spoilers coming up. So if you, I mean,
all right, I'm just gonna go.
Watch it now.
I'm gonna go to it now.
And there's another race this weekend. So
what
if
was
you don't want to
the
know the results, turn it off now.
It was the Hamilton and who crashed? Albon.
Hamilton and Albon crashed, but the whole race was really good, dude. Like there was a lot of attrition, and like I'm gonna be honest, dude, I hadn't been paying attention. I didn't even know the Formula One was coming back this weekend last weekend until Friday when I saw something about like FP2 results, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
Formula One's back.
Yeah, I know, it's stuff
And, like,
snuck up on us coming back.
the racing was pretty exciting, especially, compared to like, Austria usually has some pretty good racing because it's a short track and there's a lot of safety cars, I feel like. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I feel like I've seen a lot of good racing at Austria before. And then, yeah, so Hamilton punted Albon, and then Lando Norris, Hamilton got a 5-second penalty, and Lando Norris put the fucking hammer down and got within 5 seconds of him to finish second. So,
Dude,
or third, sorry, finished third. So, pretty fucking cool, man. A lot of cars didn't finish. There's a lot of unreliability, and they're racing in Austria again this weekend. So everybody should fucking watch that shit.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. This weekend we actually have a lot. Like there's NASCAR. I think there's NASCAR, IndyCar, F1. Like there's like everything this weekend, I think, for racing. Collin peaked in life. Well, I mean, he's not in these F1 races, is he? He could be better. You know?
Yeah.
He's not Pro 2. He hasn't peaked quite yet.
Yeah, bro, I haven't even won my Pro 2 license at Evergreen.
We all know Pro 2 is the peak.
I have no desire to go Pro 2, to be honest with you. I have no desire to even do Pro-Am.
Where's NASCAR racing? I actually forget. I gotta look that one
I
up.
have no idea. Hopefully at a road course.
Yeah, when are they doing a road course? Let's look that up. So I know
they're doing Daytona in August on the road course.
So yeah, I know for a fact there's that where they're doing a road course there instead of Watkins Glen because New York said they're not doing anything, right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, what do we got? Kentucky Speedway. What's a fucking Speedway?
I'm not sure. Taylor Hall wants to know if NASCAR will have fans at Daytona. I do not know. I don't know what Florida's COVID restrictions are currently, nor do I know what they'll be in a month. I'm sure if they're allowed to have fans, they will. You should, I don't know, maybe call the track.
Man, it's really hard to tell which ones are road courses. They don't differentiate.
Say anything to differentiate it?
No, like for Daytona, it just says Daytona and Daytona. Like you can see, like one of them is like the fucking, the distance is way different, and that's how you can tell. But like, I'm an idiot. Like I need you to spoon feed this to me.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna.
Right here we go. Road course. It says it right there. Let's do a Control F for road.
Damn, dude, your phone blew out that microphone right there.
Yeah, it did. Alright, I actually have to go get a delivery real quick, so can you just like spiff for a bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna Google NASCAR road courses and figure out what the schedule is for that. Yeah, all I can really, so we've got West to Orlando, Daytona road course to host NASCAR instead of Watkins Glen. It'll be the day. So that's the first time they've ever done it. I don't know why they didn't do this sooner. I know a couple episodes ago we did a big NASCAR rant, so I don't want to talk about it like too much, but I hope this goes over well. I feel like it's got a good road course for NASCAR because it will kind of highlight both the raw speed that they have because you're doing like most of the back half of the oval, but then it'll also be kind of fun to watch the road course part. Because NASCARs are fucking hilarious and fun to watch on a road course. Like it almost reminds me of watching like old Trans Am races when people would be like, they're sliding around, they're getting loose, and it's wheel to wheel, and it's like close, tight racing, and that is what's really fun to watch. And there is something to be said for really all the top racing series now with crazy aerodynamics and like, they're insanely fast and they're incredibly safe and they're great cars. But there's something. I mean, it's obviously more entertaining to watch close wheel to wheel kind of sliding around right on the edge racing. It's like driving a slow car at the limit versus driving a fast car at 80 miles an hour. It's you feel that man, I wish Jake was here to bail me out of this because I'm getting lost in it. I don't know. I haven't watched any NASCAR this year, and there's a good chance I'll forget to watch the Daytona one. But did they do the Charlotte Roval this year? Let's see. I remember they did that ago, and I saw a little bit of it, and it was all right. It wasn't a very road coursey oval or road course, but I think that was kind of the point, was to make it as ovally as possible to ease NASCAR into it. Are they doing it this year, or have they done it this year? Oh, they're doing it on October 11th for the Bank of America Roval 400. Man, NASCAR corporate sponsors are they got the NRA, they got what's South Point, and Yella Wood is sponsoring the Talladega race. There's some crazy fucking sponsors. And there's one that's just Texas. I wonder if Texas sponsored that, or if they couldn't get a sponsor, so they just named it after Texas.
Daddy's back.
Hey, finally bailing me out of having to ramble on about NASCAR sponsor names.
Yeah, like what? Doug had one?
Well, not for the races this year, dude. So I'm looking at it, and they got I was talking about the Charlotte Roval, which they're going to do again this year on October 11th.
Yeah, I see that right here.
The Bank of America Roval 400.
That's pretty bad.
And the race before it at Talladega is the Yellowwood 500.
Hollywood Casino 400 is pretty good too, though, right after it.
But then later down, there's just the Texas 500. And I was wondering if the state of Texas paid to sponsor the race, or if they just couldn't secure another sponsorship, so they just named it Texas.
Are those it? Are those the two road courses? I think that's it.
I think that's all we're getting this year. Maybe if it goes over good next year, we can get Roval, Daytona road course, and Watkins Glen.
And
then maybe we'll get
Coda.
Really lucky and they'll bring back Sonoma.
And Coda. No, they'll never do Coda.
I mean, Coda would be sick, but that's a long way off.
Well, my friend says that's pretty much impossible because of how the track ownership works and stuff like that. And
yeah, because NASCAR for the most part only runs the tracks owned by NASCAR.
Yeah, and the guy who owns Coda is a different dude. And so NASCAR just doesn't play nice with that. They just don't want to use, Coda. They would rather use any other track in Texas. I was at Daytona when Trump came and drove around the track. Oh yeah, seeing Air Force One land and shit. Isn't it Marine One when it's the helicopter?
I think so.
If you're talking about the helicopter, I'm pretty sure that's technically Marine One. But I digress. That seems pretty neat. I actually have never been to a NASCAR track. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have been to a NASCAR track. I've raced on a NASCAR track. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is a NASCAR track. It is owned by NASCAR, in fact. And it fucking sucks. It's terrible. It's super narrow and shit. Oh, the airport right next to it. Okay, gotcha. Just checking. I wasn't saying you were mistelling the story. I just didn't know, man.
I went to the 24 hours of Daytona at Daytona.
That sounds sick.
That was It was lit. I was in 4th or 5th grade. I was young, dude. I stayed up till like 2 in the morning watching racing, and then I still woke up in time to see the sunrise. Dude,
imagine.
it's so fucking cool watching endurance racing as the sun's rising. It is so fucking cool.
Now imagine doing that, like, while an adult and you can drink. Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Think about it.
Should go to Daytona in 2021.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff has been pushed back to 2021, obviously. So, I was gonna try to do the Mount Washington Hill climb, which is, when's that? Well, that's gonna be like October of next year or some shit now. But I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, I'd like to go to fucking something. I'd go to Daytona. Fuck it. All right, I guess we're done. We're done with NASCAR. I guess we can move on. Racing's back. There's cool racing. Check it out. I think this weekend is IndyCar, NASCAR, and F1 at the minimum. There's probably more too. So if you don't want to, keep yourself sideways.
Where's IndyCar at?
I don't know. Let's look it up. I might have been looking at an old schedule, but I think it was their official schedule. July 11th. Yeah, they have a race tomorrow and a race on Sunday. And it is
damn, dude, no excuses.
What is it? It's at fucking Road America. So, good track.
Oh, shit, dog.
So, good track.
Good track.
Right? It's at 5.
Good track.
5 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what that is. That's a little early over there. That's like 3, right? No, that's like 2.
That's like, that's 2.
That's pretty early,
Bro,
but
I'll hit that fucking afternoon break. Watch some fucking F1.
And then the one on Sunday. The one on Sunday's at noon, so like that's kind of perfect for me. So yeah, there's IndyCar, NASCAR, F1. I don't know what other racing. I'm sure there's more. If you guys know of others, spout it out, watch it, because don't go crazy. We know there's nothing to fucking do, and you're stuck inside, and you've jerked off too many times. So like, watch some racing. Have a good time. Watch racing that you didn't think you would like. Check out NASCAR this weekend. You might actually enjoy it, So, yeah, racing's back, baby. I know we are supposed to be racing next month, which seems way too soon. So,
where at?
That's going to be at Thompson, which I love Thompson. Thompson's a really good track. It's really fun. If FD usually comes to Atlanta or Florida. I know that they've done Atlanta. Because I watched it before.
They usually do both, I think.
I would think
maybe they don't do Florida. They usually do Road Atlanta for sure. I feel like they do. I want to say Miami, but that doesn't sound right. No, they do Orlando Speed World.
Yeah, the drift god has spoken. It has been spoken. They do. I actually don't know. Did I even fucking grab an article for this one? Oh, I did. The Harbor Freight
the
thing.
Old Harbor Freight.
So I'll still sing my praises of Harbor Freight, so long as it's not like safety equipment.
Yeah, dude.
But I think that's.
I've spent a good amount of time crawling under some Harbor Freight jack stands under the past 4 months.
I mean, I think everyone's spent a significant amount of time under a Harbor Freight jack stand, if we're all honest with ourselves.
Yeah, that is true.
And so this is just a heads up to anyone. I'm sorry if you can't read it. I'll actually zoom in a bit. But basically what they're saying, and if you haven't heard the news, You can pretty much return any jack stand of theirs, even if you don't have a receipt, even if it's not recalled, and they'll give you a refund. So just do it. There's just been too many issues, and at this point it's not worth it. Go buy a good set of jack stands, maybe one that is a pin style, where you slide a pin in and out. It's a little bit slower, but like it can't fail on you with that way. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I don't really think there's much to say about that.
No.
Get those big reds. I ordered the big reds. I'll have a review for the big reds shortly. I ordered those. Those are coming in.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go see how much I can pawn my jack stands off to Harbor Freight for. And
I think they're just giving full price. Like, even if you bought it with like a coupon, which you probably did. Yeah, let's be honest.
I bought them so long ago, I don't even remember.
No, but that's the thing is they're letting you anything.
I got a set of aluminum ones that I'm gonna give them too, because I got 2 steels and 2 aluminums. And so I'll see what I can get with that money, or maybe a little more money on top of it, and I'll come back with a review of whatever I get, because I got to get my car fixed.
I've heard.
I need jack stands to do it.
I mean, I've heard like Napa or AutoZone's in-house stuff is fine. So.
Yeah, just as long as it's, I want a pin style. Like
that's what the big reds are.
I've always been low key sketched by the Paul type ones, and then now that I've heard of them failing, I'm like, I was vindicated in being sketched by this, and I don't want them anymore.
I mean, I'm like still sketched under a car, even if it's on like a lift. Honestly, like there's just something about it that's sketchy.
Dude, lifts are sketchy as shit, bro. If you have like a 2-post lift, you can fucking feel cars shaking sometimes if you're really reefing on a bolt, dude. It's so scary.
Dude, right? But like at the same time, I've also been like under one for so long, like wrenching late at night, like working on the Mustang, where it's like you're like laying down under it. You're like, all right, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a bit, take a nap underneath this fucking car. The 1,000 pounds of steel above me. Dude, you just don't give a fuck anymore.
I find myself doing that a lot when I'm working on the car, and you just like you're frustrated by that one bolt, and you just like lay there for like 15 minutes. You're just like, ugh.
It's like the dumbest thing we do. Like, so stupid. So dumb. Everyone's done it. So yeah, go return your fucking janky ass Harbor Freight jack stands and buy real ones. And also, if you're using like a grinder or something, still put on fucking glasses. Like, just do it. Like, just don't fuck around.
Just fucking wear some safety glasses.
Like, not just like, you know, be safe. You know, I'm a firm believer of safety third. Like, use your fucking common sense. Use your noodle, you know? But think of how fucking stupid you would feel, like, going blind because you were wrenching on your stupid, rusty piece of shit car. Like, just how dumb would you feel? You know? So just put on your face shield, put on your safety glasses. Safety squints aren't a real thing. And yeah, that's our safety PSA. Anything more?
It's been a fresh oil safety minute.
It's because we love you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we need like a little like Japanese like train station jingle.
Wait, I got a good jingle for it. Hold on.
Oh my god, it's the worst. Oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Alright, I want to move on to something else that's so bad. And the real thing that's so bad is Hyundai. I think it's supposed to be Hyundai and no one says it correctly, right?
Yeah, I think it's like Hyundai.
Or Hyundai.
I'm not an expert.
I'm going to say Hyundai because that's what they say in the commercials in America. And I bet you they say it differently in every fucking English-speaking country. But they want to introduce, or they are making it. It's a manual transmission, but there's no clutch pedal. And like, I don't know about you, but like this has been a thing before.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure my friend's 2002 Chrysler 300M that was his first car had this shit. It was called Auto Stick.
Yeah, Auto Stick on the VW Beetles. Like that was their first automatic transmission, and they're like, if you see one for sale, it's like fucking run away. You don't buy that car. Like you're an idiot. I'm sure like there are people that like them, but it's not a manual. Like that's just not what it is.
Yeah, I think it's dumb. I think it's for fucking posers. I think it's just really the scum of the earth would invent that. And if you're gonna, why not just make a traditional man? If you're gonna go to all this work to design a fucking fake manual transmission, why not just put in a regular manual transmission?
I think the whole thing is that it is a real manual transmission, but like it just doesn't really have the clutch. So really, it's more just like an SMG, like a BMW SMG, which is like a single clutch automated manual, and that's what this is. Yeah. Except that to tell it what gear to be in, you're just wiggling a fucking stick around.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
But like, to me,
like just give it some flappy paddles at that point.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why don't you just like put paddles or fucking like put a big ass fucking rally slap shifter in there? Like I'll fucking
that would actually be pretty ill.
I'd be game for that.
Buy a car from the factory with like a 12-inch aluminum shift knob on it to just fucking blah, blah.
I don't think that this solves a problem that was there, because like
it seems like Hyundai thinks that there's a lot of people that want to buy a manual but don't know how to drive one. And I think that's not a big segment of the market at all.
Because anyone who wants a manual is just going to want a manual. They're going to want a real one. I mean, I know people who they don't even like modern manual transmissions. They think the clutch engagement or whatever, they think it's, what's up, Jaskarin? We're fucking chilling out here. But, like, some people, they just, like, they think it's too squishy or whatever. I mean, I know they usually have that, like, clutch delay valve thing, which is fucking annoying. So, that, that's a point to talk about. But anyone who wants to drive manual, they want a clutch with it. They don't want to just go blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And anyone who thinks that is like a benefit over a manual, why wouldn't they just buy an auto? Why wouldn't they just buy a regular automatic? Like they wouldn't care.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's a market segment that doesn't exist.
Yeah, like who the fuck's gonna buy it? Who cares? I don't get it. I really just don't get it at all. And I don't wanna be like overly harsh, because I feel like I am a little bit overly harsh against Hyundai and Kia.
Nah, go off, King. Go off.
I mean, this is just fucking stupid. I mean, it seems like it's only going to be in India for a while. But, like...
Oh, well, then maybe it's going to be a huge hit. I don't know about the Indian market. I know about the American market. Maybe in India, they're going to fucking love it.
I mean, it's not even going to be, like, attached to anything interesting. Like, it's not going to be in a car that's, like, engaging and fun to drive. Like, is it really going to make, like, a shitty, boring, Hyundai Econo car more fun to wiggle a stick?
Maybe.
Without a clutch, maybe. Though? Like, one of the best parts is just...
like, at least you're able to pick a gear, dude. Honestly, that really can, like, being able to just, like, tell it what gear you want to be in really can make driving more fun.
But just have an automatic with, like, a manual mode. An actual manual mode that doesn't just do what it wants, you know? Like, there are solutions to that problem that doesn't make a transmission, which makes no sense. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense.
No, I'm not supporting. I'm not a fan. I don't love this transmission, but I mean, maybe Hyundai knows something I don't.
Well, if you're in the Indian market and you want a dumb fucking Hyundai, here's your fucking thing. Someone buy it. Let me know what's up. Fly me out. I'll test drive it for you. I'll tell you how dumb it is. It's been done before too. It's been done before too.
Let's gray market import one and test it out.
Speaking of other like, you know, kind of boring fucking regular cars, the new Mazda 3, they're gonna have a 2.5 turbo with all-wheel drive, and that sounds, you know, sporty and amazing. 250 horsepower, 320 foot-pounds of torque.
They're gunning for Subaru.
They aren't. It's really just like luxury. Like, it's not going to be your performance vehicle.
Doesn't Mazda kind of build all their cars with driving dynamics in mind?
They've left that, though. They've left that long ago. Like, they've for the last, like, whole generation or so have been shifting into pseudo luxury, like sort of like where Volvo is, I guess, would be more accurate, which is bizarre.
Yeah, I can kind of see that from just like the pictures here, but I mean, like, for literally like their whole run, like from start to, I guess, like 5 years ago or whatever, was about like driving dynamics. And I know, like, the CX-5 was always like the best driving crossover in Car and Driver and shit like that. So I have a feeling that some of that is still there. I feel like this could potentially be like, I don't know. What are your reasons for saying it sucks?
Well, it's
like,
auto only. Auto only.
Auto only?
Yeah.
That's everything. Everything's auto only, bro. Get used to it. What makes it suck?
It's not.
Why is it worse than a WRX, bro?
Well, it's not. It's just not going to be driver focused like a WRX at all. There's no way it's going to be. It's literally just their 2.5 turbo engine that they put in with all-wheel drive. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea, and I think it's actually
okay.
Good.
All right, hold out. Wait for the 2022 Mazda Speed 3.
See, but Mazda Speed was only a thing when Ford had stake in them. And it only existed because of Ford. And since Ford disappeared, Mazda Speed has not existed. So I don't think we're ever going to see a Mazda Speed again.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks, dude.
I don't think we're going to get a Mazda Speed again. I think they legitimately don't want to do it. And I think they're just going to say, like, look, this is the standard. We're going to have a powerful, all-wheel drive, comfortable car. Like, this is our standard of all our vehicles. And that's a great move, because pretty much everyone's going to buy their crossovers anyway, which has a way higher profit margin. Like, they don't give a fuck about the Mazda 3 at this point in time. And I think all it does is it just pushes the market. I mean, the Civic Si and the Golf GTI now just seem silly because they have less power than the base model Mazda 3. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, what happens? Like, how does the industry respond to that? Or is this just going to be priced in such a way that it doesn't really affect them and it doesn't really matter? And I kind of feel like it's going to be the latter, unfortunately. You think it's going to be... You think Mazda's trying to start stepping on Lexus's toes? Yeah, I think that's really where they're going. I mean, they're releasing the next Mazda 6 is going to be a brand new rear-wheel drive, inline 6.
Rear-wheel drive.
Like, all of it is like...
Wait, I remember now we had a podcast where I was saying
You said it wouldn't happen.
Mazda's trying to step on Lexus's toes.
But that's what it is.
And you were like, nah, man, they're not doing it. So once again, Collin is vindicated.
I mean, I don't even remember that part, maybe.
I'll have to go back in our back catalog and find it.
We'll have to go look in the tapes and find it out. But,
yeah.
I don't know,
We'll report back next week on whether I just was vindicated for a second time.
Regardless, I just don't foresee them, like, really changing the game with this. Because it's just like, how could it? It's just like a Mazda 3, like, whatever. Like, they're gonna do something, like, something about it. Like, the transmission's gonna suck penis, or, like, it's gonna be, like, 80% front-wheel drive, like, all the fucking time, or something dumb, you know?
Yeah. One thing, though, just to consider, they specifically put turbo at the top, and they specifically listed horsepower first in all of the specs.
No, they're going to use it to sell it.
That guarantees it's going to be a performance car, but that kind of marketing does kind of, you know, it's subtly trying to put off some sporty vibes, maybe.
I think
just something to consider. This thing may be more of a driver's car than you think.
It's going to be able to accelerate, but, like, what fucking doesn't? I mean, pickup trucks, like, do, just because they're, you know, four-wheel drive and have a bazillion horsepower standard. Like, it's just the natural progression of cars, honestly.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying this thing might handle better than you think it will.
I think it's going to be focused on handling soft and being comfortable. But, I mean, I'd love to be surprised.
Cars are doing both.
I'd love to be surprised. I'd love to be surprised. I just don't really think that Mazda, who hasn't really cared outside of the Miata, I just don't see them, like, pulling out all the stops for this, especially when they have a rear-wheel drive inline-six Mazda 6 coming out. Like that in itself is like a crazy departure from what it used to be. Like both of these are crazy departures. So who knows? Who fucking knows? We're gonna see. Maybe the thing costs fucking $40,000 base price. Like, we have no idea.
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, but no, it'll probably be in the mid to low 30s.
I think that's
34, maybe.
I think that's.
I'm saying 34.
I think that's probably close. Yeah, I would agree with that. But you know, if you can still buy a base Honda Civic for, you know, 22, like, sure, it has 250 horsepower and all-wheel drive and a turbo. But, like, they're not really competing with each other.
Yeah, Mazda's trying to go up market.
So, like, but it kind of more comes to the question of, well, if it's like $32,000, something like that, or even let's just say it's $30,000. I mean, that's like what a GTI is, you know. So it kind of has to offer. I just don't see how they can get all of that plus be like a well-tuned handling machine for the same price. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. We'll see. We'll fucking see, boys.
We'll fucking see. I'm not super confident, but you know, I'll play the hype man, dude. I'll say that Mazda might have something up their sleeve.
I mean, I've always been like a Mazda fan. Like I kind of liked them more than
my first car was a Mazda.
I've kind of liked them more than Honda and Toyota for a period of time. Just I liked their vehicles better. I thought their design was nicer, and just, you know, how they kind of thought their cars through. But over like the last few generations, I just like haven't given a shit. And I've noticed other people talking about it too. Like it's probably like a meme. It honestly is a meme. But like if you go on the Cars subreddit, you know, 5 years ago, everyone would be like, oh, get a Mazda 3, get a CX-5, blah, blah, blah. Like, no one fucking says Mazda anymore. Now everyone says to buy Hyundais.
I'm still not buying the Hyundai hype. I'm not.
I think the ends are sick, but I don't know.
There was a Genesis out at Park. It was actually in one of the videos that I sent you in the front of the tandem train. But dude, 2.5 liter Genesis is slower than I thought.
I don't actually know much about them at all. I mean, I don't have a problem with people liking them, but
Oh yeah, I don't either. But just like I've always kind of like said that Genesises might be like slept on drift cars, but maybe I'm not so sure.
I think outside of
maybe they're being properly slept.
I think
on.
outside of like their new prices, which you can argue are are lower than like Japanese brands in a lot of cases, but like the used market, like people don't know shit about cars, so it's like I feel like you can get a Civic for the same price.
If you're gonna buy a Genesis, I think you're better off buying a 350Z.
And I feel like you can get one for the same price probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like the 350Z would probably be more reliable, and it definitely has a bigger aftermarket.
Yeah,
and that's no slight to the Genesis, but like
I would just like to issue a public apology to anyone who might have heard me say Genesis might be a slept-on drift car and then proceeded to buy one. I'm sorry I misled you like that.
Don't buy one.
Or do. I don't fucking care.
Waste your own money.
Life, dude. It's still probably a better drift car than an S12. So, fucking go buy a Genesis.
Sometimes you just gotta like live your vibes, Like you're living that S12 drift vibe, and you just gotta do it.
I'm just on the wave, man.
Yeah, you just gotta ride that wave.
Ride my wave.
And if somebody's wave is a Genesis drift monster, like fucking go for it, man. But like I'd suggest not.
Yeah. I would rather buy a 350Z.
I mean, I was more talking like any of their like their regular passenger cars. Like if your mom, was like, "Oh, I have $10,000 to buy something," you're looking on Craigslist or Facebook or different dealerships used inventory or whatever. Like, why you would never fucking pick a Hyundai or a Kia ever. Like 10K to spend on like a used Honda or Toyota or something, like.
Oh yeah, dude, you can get a nice ass Honda for 10K.
You can get something sick, and it will last like super long. I mean.
Yeah, dude, you can honestly get some dope cars for 10K in like all different segments. Like,
maybe as they're better, their newer, better vehicles get cheaper. Maybe the secondary market reflects that, but.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it's already been happening to some degree because previously, like not that long ago, like all used Hyundais were giant hunks of shit that should never be touched with a 10-foot pole. And now, like, you can get like a pretty decent used Hyundai.
Like 5 foot.
Like, Hyundai's
pole.
quality is undoubtedly getting better.
Like 5 foot pole instead of a 10-foot pole.
Maybe even a 2.5-foot pole, dude.
Ooh,
to be honest with
you,
we're down
to 2.5.
I worked at a used car lot, and we had a couple pretty nice used Hyundais.
I will say we looked up Kia Stinger prices before, and they are not cheap enough.
They are not. Those Kia Stinger are not cheap enough.
Like, but I mean, if a V6 all-wheel drive Stinger, like with the right. I mean, you said you wanted rear-wheel drive. That's fair.
All right, so I'm throwing down the gauntlet firmly on this in the battle of Korean cars. I would buy a Hyundai before I bought a Kia.
Okay, I mean that's fair because like the first.
I'm not really trying to buy either of them, but like.
I mean, I think that's fair because you can get a manual.
You
can't get a manual Kia. And there's like one Kia that you can get, and it costs way more. I think that's fair. I mean, I'm a butthurt. Like, fucking see me rolling in my Kia Stinger, bitches. Like, vroom vroom. Who cares? I don't know. I think they look all right, and I think their performance is good enough. I just would never have bought a new one, and they're not cheap enough used.
Yeah, I've only for sure seen one ever. I'm sure more than one have passed me by, but they're pretty nondescript, so I probably just didn't notice them.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of good. Like that's like what I like though. Is I like that nondescript, like I'm kind of blending in sort of look. And I think that's why I like a Golf R a lot because it's not a super flashy body kit. It's like pretty much a normal car and really you only know if you know.
Full sleeper, bro. You gotta
No, I'm
take the
not
R32 badges
I'm not
off.
gonna say like sleeper because that's stupid. Like I think people have gone way off the deep end on the whole sleeper thing.
I agree, bro. You know what you should do though is buy a Golf R and take the R30 or an R32 and take the R32 badge off and put like a DX or like whatever the fucking base model is,
DX he
and then like
says.
that's what Honda's like base models were.
I know the
That's
Honda's DX.
Uh, anyway, and then like put the matching wheels for that badge on it, and then cruise around. That would be a sleeper.
But like no. I don't like no. Like no, why? I just don't get it. Like why? No,
So you can go viral on the YouTube.
it's not even funny though. It's just dumb.
Don't you want this channel to grow so that I can buy a new computer that's fan doesn't go?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I'm not going to deface an R32. And nobody even no one even knows what a Golf R is anyway in the US. Like, no one fucking knows what it is, even with the badge. They just look like Golfs. Like, they literally just look like a Golf. No one fucking knows. Like, I was driving earlier and one popped up behind me. And I was like, oh, cool, a Golf R. It's like, my girlfriend has no fucking clue. She actually can spot a GTI just because she knows that I have one. But an R, like, would go right past her, even though, like, that's the one that I lust after. Like, it's nothing to her, because she just has no reference, and it means nothing.
Dude, she's gonna be so mad when you, like, in a couple years and you got, like, a big raise at your work and you're, like, ready to trade the GTI in for a new Golf and you get, like, R, and then you're gonna hear her on the phone with one of her friends, like, yeah, it's just like the old one, it's a Golf.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
well, it is a Golf. It is a Golf. A Golf R is a Golf. You can't even get mad at that. No, I just.
Dude, when you have your brand new Golf R, you're gonna rage when she says it's the same as the GTI.
She's just gonna like realistically, what would happen is she would just get in and not say anything, and there'd be no reaction. Like, oh, I didn't even notice it was a new car. Like it'd be like something like that. Like that would be like the one that hurt.
Color and shit.
Yeah, that would be the one that would hurt. Like that would be the deep hurt.
You've been talking about it for like
Weeks,
months and months beforehand. You're like, oh, I can't wait to get my new Golf R.
No, I think I've decided I'm gonna wait for the electric bus to come out and just be a fucking baller in a two-tone future bus, space bus.
You're gonna get that instead of a Golf R.
I mean, maybe. There's probably going to be a four-motor one that's, like, faster anyway. Like, EVs are stupid. Like, they're fucking dumb. Like, this is the future that we have.
Here we go, electric cars again with Jake and Collin.
It's the fucking... Yeah, it's a fucking weird future. They're dumb. Like, there are gonna be some car decisions that don't make sense now that make a lot of sense in 2 years. I'm just gonna say that. A Golf R would be fucking sick, though. I love a Golf R. How about that Arteon R that we're not gonna get? Oh, don't even talk to me about that one.
I don't even think I saw that.
Yeah, they're gonna get it in Europe, and they're gonna get a wagon version of it. It's basically a Golf R, but in an Arteon. Like
I don't know what that is.
the Arteon. I don't know how you're supposed to really pronounce it. Arteon.
How do you?
Arteon. Arteon. I think it's Arteon. But anyway, it's just...
Yo, what the fuck, dude? That shit's so fucking sick!
Arteons are really beautiful cars. Like, even the base model one is like a very beautiful car. They're just expensive.
Bro!
They're expensive. They're expensive Volkswagen, so nobody buys them. No.
Bro, we got a gray market import of RT on R.
Alright, I'll get one of those up. You like it?
Yeah, dude, that wagon is fucking ill, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's a 315 horsepower all-wheel drive wagon.
Bro, I fucking want that.
And it's an EA 888, so like that number can go way higher without building anything. Like, people are regularly making like 600 on stock internals on those things. So, I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And, we're not gonna get it.
Bro, fucking banging through the gears in that shit. Big ass station wagon. Holy.
I doubt it's gonna get a manual, actually. But who fucking cares?
Oh, god damn it.
Dude, save the manual.
Damn, dude. I guess I just assumed that it was going to be manual. I don't know why I did that. They don't make a manual Golf R, do they? Or do they in Europe?
They do. They still do have one. I don't know if the...
They might make one for this. It is for Europe.
Yeah, who knows? Fuck if I know. I just don't know if the RTN is manual at all. I don't know if it's a car that's made manual.
Yeah, you never know though.
Someone's gonna fucking do it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the same engine as the regular R, then
yeah,
somebody make a regular R transmission and put it in.
No, it's gonna be done for sure. I guess I had one last car thing I wanted to talk about, which was my recent car spottings. I don't know if you've seen any cool cars lately. I've seen so many in the last 2 days.
What?
You cut out there, buddy boy.
Oh, what you got? You got pics?
So I don't have pics. I was driving every single time I saw these.
Oh, dude, it doesn't count if you don't get pics.
Oh my god. I saw a minty Grand National. That was fucking sick. I saw a split window, single bay, single cab Volkswagen pickup truck, which like those are fucking dummy rare. I saw a Volkswagen Thing this morning. No fucking clue why I saw one of those. Just out of fucking nowhere. And I saw a 300ZX earlier, actually. Like, I haven't fucking seen one of those on the road in 5-6 years, and I just randomly saw one today.
Nice.
Yeah, it was some good, solid car spotting, and I had a blast spotting all of them. Out of all of those, I was the most hyped for probably the Grand National and the single cab. The single cab was fucking sick, man. Whew. If I could have one of those, you'd just be drowning in pussy all day. All day.
Drowning.
No, my girlfriend pointed out. Holly pointed it out. She noticed it.
Damn.
Dude,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Drowning.
You fucking...
Bro, take it out.
If you want to break necks, you gotta buy an old Volkswagen. Like, bitches don't know regular cars. They just know cute old Volkswagens. That's how you break necks. It's the fucking truth. Normies don't like cars. It's just the truth.
No, I believe we're strong advocates on this podcast for that position.
Well, I'm just spreading the word, brother, and it's the truth. So we had a fucking bomb ass week. We fucking killed it, you and I. We got more killing to do. The world, fuck the world. We're just gonna kill it and do our own fucking thing, right? That. I don't even fucking. What the fuck was that?
That was my gun noises. I'm like. like because we're killing it, dude. You know.
That's my fucking Tommy gun, bitch, right? Yeah, we're killing it. I'm hoping the Jetta is roadworthy soon. I mean, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't actually know if I'll get time tomorrow or the next day to work on it because of fucking other shit I got to do, but I'm feeling pumped. And I think y'all should feel pumped for your own projects. So if you got them, get on them. You know, clear your head. Think of it as meditation. It's your own little, like, Zen garden, really. Like, the rest, like, fucking ignore your messy ass apartment. Have your nice, beautiful, clean, cool car. Like, that's your Zen garden, your one little area you can control and only you can control. And really, you know, we're out of stuff to talk about, clearly, so we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah. I thought this was already, like, the outro that you were...
I mean, it kind of was, but I just wanted to be clear to people that it was the outro. I just didn't want people to think it wasn't the outro. No, we're not going to wax on philosophically. We're just going to call it here. Collin, I had a blast with you. We had some good talk. I loved the W's. We got W's in racing. We got W's in real life. And then just fucking Hyundai with the L. Just the big fat L. And
Harbor Freight.
And Harbor Freight with a bigger L. So don't be the biggest L and still keep your Harbor Freight stands. And to everyone watching, thank you very much. We had a blast. We're going to try and be back in 2 weeks. I think Friday is kind of going to become the new standard. So just a word of the wise. Not from a wise person at all, but just, you know, in general. So, Collin, thank you. I had a blast. Do you have any final words?
Yeah. All I really think that's left to say is BC Racing Coilovers North America.
Sponsor us, please, BC Racing, please. Yeah, that's it. So, everyone, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
We had fun.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Have a great one, especially if you're BC Racing. Have a fantastic fucking night. See you guys later. Take it easy.